Hey y'all, my name's Priscilla and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through my TBR for the Queer Lit Readathon. I'm really excited. Summer is here. Not excited about the heat, but I'm excited to get to some of these reads. And this is a readathon that is hosted by Rogan Shannon and Kathy Tryhart, so I will make sure to link their announcement videos and other relevant information about this readathon, so you can check that out, and please check out their channels. They're also really great. Rogan, if you didn't know, does all his videos in ASL, and he's kind of the push that I needed to make sure that I caption all of my videos, which I have been doing for several months. And I think it's really great that a lot of people are putting out their TBRs for this readathon with their requested closed captioning. So make sure you check out their channels. They're really great. So the Queer Lit Readathon is pretty simple and very flexible, which is honestly why I decided to join and participate, because I will be traveling on the 11th and I probably won't be reading at all on the 10th. But because it's so flexible, I decided to go ahead and put together some reads for this week. The Queer Lit Readathon takes place between June 10th and June 16th, wherever you are in your time zone. And you can complete as many or as few of the challenges on the handy dandy bingo card that this readathon has to help guide your TBR. So I have 5 books, novellas, and a graphic novel to share with you today. So let's go ahead and get to some of these books. So for my first pick, I want to read Peter Darling by Austin Chant. This is a novella that is a Peter Pan retelling through a queer trans lens. And this book is my highest priority because it checks off a lot of challenges, and I'm going to try to mention them all here. The author, Austin Chant, is a trans author, so it is own voices. It's a literary retelling. The cover is mostly all blue, so it covers the one color cover challenge. It's a sci-fi fantasy. It's a fantasy because it's a Peter Pan retelling. My sister Yvette over at Book Cave has mentioned to me that this is a great book and has recommended it to me, so I'm counting that recommendation from a friend. And she did a wonderful Austin Chant spotlight video that I'll make sure to link down below. If you're unfamiliar with Chant's work or Austin Chant as a author, he's also got a podcast. You should definitely check out that video. I'll make sure to link it below. And next I have Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. I picked this book up mostly to fulfill the person of color main character, but I know that this book also includes an FF romance and I believe a trans main character. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I think there is trans rep in this. But this story is a YA novel about a superhero or a superhero world, and our main character doesn't have powers and she's not sure if she's gonna fit in this world or something like that. I really don't know much about it, but it's the first in a series and I've heard a lot of great reviews about it and it sounds really fun and cute, so I'm hoping to get to this one finally. And for my graphic novel pick, I have Bingo Love by T. Franklin. And this is a book that I'm stealing off of Yvette's bookshelf, because what are sisters for if not for sharing books and clothes and accessories and all that good stuff. But this is a graphic novel that follows a Black FF romance through decades. They meet, I think, first in the 60s at their church bingo, and because of family and society, they go their separate ways, but they eventually come back to find one another. And if you can tell by the cover, the art looks really cute and I'm really excited to get to this graphic novel. This could count for your person of color main character, and I also think I'm going to count it as my contemporary pick. I also checked out the Gods of Tango by Carolina de Robertis on my Overdrive, so I have the ebook version of this. This is historical fiction Latinx story about a trans main character that I believe realizes that they are queer as the story progresses, so I'm going to be counting it as a person of color main character as well as queer realization and trans rep. As far as I can tell from Goodreads, this is a story about a character that moves and is a musician, and because male musicians are more successful and recognized, starts to dress and present as male, but realizes that he is indeed trans, and that sounds really great. And I wanted to make sure to include some Latinx representation as well on this. So Excited to get to the story. This one is a little bit lengthier, so I don't know if I'm going to complete it during this readathon, but if not, I want to at least get it started, and I'll complete it during the month of June. Next, I want to read The Sorcerer of the Wild Deeps by Kai Ashante Wilson. This is a novella that is a precursor to A Taste of Honey, which is a series that I had been interested in getting to anyway. So this is a perfect opportunity to read the precursor. I am going to be borrowing the ebook from Yvette's Kindle because you know Yvette owns this. And all that I know about this is that we're following some main characters that are descendants of gods. And there's a male black romance, so that sounds super rare for science fiction and fantasy, so I wanted to squeeze that in here. I think that the prose are very unique also, and being very lyrical, so I'm excited to read this in a novella form because it sounds really accessible, and I hope that I really like it as much as other people that I've seen have liked it. So this covers the science fiction square as well as the person of color square. And those are the books that I'm hoping to read for the Queer Lit Readathon. I would be interested in hearing if you have any favorite books that feature queer main characters that maybe cover some of the other squares that I didn't mention. And I would love to hear from you if you are participating in the Queer Lit Readathon, or if you just have like a Pride LGBTQ+ TBR that you're interested in reading during the month of June. Outside of that, if you've read any of these books, I'd also like to hear from you in the comments. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and with that I will say thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!